So welcome back again to my mini lecture video. So for today's discussion, we're going to talk about land use, natural resources, and energy. Land is not regarded simply in terms of soils and surface topography, but encompasses such features as underlying superficial deposits, climate and water resources, and also the plant and animal communities which have developed as a result of the interaction of these physical conditions. Changing one of the factors, such as land use, has potential impacts on other factors such as flora and fauna, soils, surface water distribution, and climate. Changes in these factors can be readily explained by ecosystem dynamics and the importance of the relationship in planning and management of land resources has become increasingly evident. Land use is characterized by the arrangements, activities, and inputs by people to produce, change, or maintain a certain land cover type. Land cover is the observed physical cover on Earth's surface. Functions of land. The basic functions of land in supporting human and other terrestrial ecosystem can be summarized as follows. A store of wealth for individuals, groups, or a community. Production of food, fiber, fuel, or other biotic materials for human use. Provision of biological habitats for plants, animals, and microorganisms. Regulation of the storage and flow of surface water and groundwater. Storage and protection of evidence from the historical or prehistorical record. For examples are fossils, evidence of past climates, archaeological remains, and many more. Provision of physical space for settlements, industry, and recreation. Storehouse of minerals and raw materials for human use. Enabling or hampering movement of animals, plants, and people between one area and another. In the terminology of environmental economics, land can be regarded as a stock renewable resource. Land resources do not easily fit into the categories of renewable or non-renewable. In general, they are solely renewable. However, the rate of degradation far exceeds their natural rate of regeneration. Land resources under stress. Currently, land resources are clearly under stress. 16% of arable land is degraded and the percentage is increasing. The primary reason for this situation is the increasing demands placed on land by the unprecedented rate of population growth and the effects it induces. Externalities related to global change are also becoming a constraint to sustainable land management. Availability of land. Notwithstanding the role of technology in increasing the number of people that can be supported by the terrestrial biosphere, there are finite limits to the supply of land resources. Land is becoming more and more scarce as a resource, and this is particularly true of land available for primary production of biomass or for conservation-related purposes. Competition for land among different uses is becoming acute, and conflicts related to this competition more frequent and more complex. Pressure of population. Although the rate at which population is increasing has slowed since 1980, the increase in actual numbers is currently higher than at any time in the world's history. Additions will average of 97 million per year until the end of the century, and 90 million per year until 80 of 2025. 95% of this increase is expected to take place in developing countries. Natural resources and energy. Natural resources are those resources that occur within the environment in their original and natural form, and are stored by humanity. They take years to form without the intervention of humans. Natural resources are a component of the environmental setting. The environmental setting embraces the totality of materials, features, and processes of landscapes. These environmental settings give the regions of the world their own, quite specific and distinctive setting with different options concerning the transmutations of materials and energy. The materials, features, and processes which are usable constitute the potential of the landscape. Natural resources can be classified in various ways. A commonly used one is the classification of natural resources according to their exhaustibility and regenerative power. Non-renewable resources are differentiated from renewable resources. Renewable resource. Our renewable resources are an energy source that cannot be depleted and are able to supply a continuous source of clean energy. Non-renewable resource. Non-renewable energy comes from sources that will run out or will not be replenished in our lifetimes, or even in many lifetimes. The Mother Earth is abundant with natural resources that develop on this planet using its surrounding environment. Thus, the natural resources are mostly derived from the environment. While a few of them are used for our survival, like water and air, the rest of them, like coal, gas, oil, is used for satisfying our daily needs. Sources of energy. The energy we use to power everything from our homes to schools and workplaces come from a variety of different sources. This can be broken down into renewable and non-renewable energy sources. A renewable energy source is any natural resources that can replace itself quickly and dependably. What are the sources of renewable energy? The sources of renewable energy are wind energy, solar energy, biomass, hydropower, and geothermal energy. And non-renewable energy comes from sources that have limited supply. What are the sources of non-renewable energy? The sources of non-renewable energy are coal, oil, natural gas, and nuclear energy. And this ends our discussion about land use, natural resources, and energy. I hope you learned something from this discussion and see you on my next mini lecture video.